This winter is about to get quite bad. But first, a major storm is moving into the southeast right now, and today there is a higher chance of severe weather. There could be damaging winds and a few tornadoes tonight that could hamper the Daytona 500, but tomorrow will change everything. When this storm leaves, colder air will rush in and the whole weather pattern will change. That means 2 winter storms could happen next week. The first storm will deliver up to 8 feet of snow to the mountains and make the weather very dangerous along the west coast. Once the storm gets across the Rockies, it will become a serious winter storm threat in the Midwest and Northeast, bringing snow and ice to millions of people. After this, there is a good chance that a second winter storm could hit late this week, which could make things considerably worse. And this is when things become even crazier. Some places are getting ready for snow and ice, while others might break records for warmth. A huge difference in temperature will spread over the country, making the weather more dynamic and unstable. So, in today's prediction, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this weather pattern change that will affect the United States. We are going to talk about this significant change in the winter pattern that is about to happen. But first, I want to talk about the chance of severe weather today. Parts of Florida, Georgia, and Alabama have a small chance of severe weather, with damaging winds and potentially a few tornadoes likely from now until the evening. And this might potentially affect the Daytona 500. And what's even insane is that tomorrow we're going to go from coast to coast for bad weather. We'll go from the East Coast to the West Coast, where sections of California have a rare 2% chance of a tornado. This does encompass places like Los Angeles and even back towards San Francisco, where a few tornadoes could happen tomorrow. Let's chat more about when the bad weather will happen today. Yesterday was a very busy day with tornadoes. While a lot of people were sleeping last night, Mississippi saw a few tornadoes happen. The good news is that the severe weather threat today should be a little lower than it was last night, and most of it will happen during the day today. So there are already some storms in Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. This will go on all day today. There will be a line of thunderstorms that will bring strong winds that can damage things. There might be some hail, but the wind should be the main hazard. There will be some tornadoes that are hidden in this line of thunderstorms in the middle and late afternoon. This line will be getting close to Savannah and Jacksonville by about 5 column this afternoon. This line of thunderstorms will move into Orlando, Tampa, and Daytona Beach, where the Daytona 500 is underway as the night goes on. Most of this will come after 7 tonight, though. There shouldn't be any problems throughout the race, though. But there will probably be a strong line of thunderstorms after the race. And then overnight, this line will keep pushing south and breaking up as it gets closer to Port St. Lucie and Miami. And by Monday morning, the East Coast will be clear, which is wonderful news. But next week, there might be some winter storms. After this storm is over, the weather is going to get even crazier as we move into the next week. So this storm will move away tonight, and we'll just have to wait for a lot of rain on the East Coast. Yes, there will be some snow in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and maybe Long Island, but it won't be much more than a coating to half an inch in most places. So in general, this is not a very big winter storm at all. A really strong storm system is scheduled to hit the West Coast tomorrow. This will bring a lot of rain and snow, especially to the higher elevations. In the Sierra Nevada and the Cascades, we may easily get more than 5 feet of snow. Heavy rain that causes flooding is a huge worry all over the West Coast. And on Monday afternoon, there is a chance that we could get 1 or 2 tornadoes along the West Coast, mostly around Los Angeles. There could also be something clever just east of San Francisco. This storm system will bring a lot of moisture across the Rockies on Monday night, and then we'll have a brand new storm system forming. There will be strong winds all over the central and northern plains on Tuesday. This isn't going to bring anything really crazy. It's simply going to be windy on Tuesday. A lot of that precipitation will travel over the Rockies by Tuesday night and early Wednesday, and then we'll get a new winter storm. This will largely affect places like Saskatchewan, where we will see a lot of snow on Tuesday night. However, it will also affect places like the northern plains and the upper Midwest on Wednesday. We expect heavy snow to continue across North Dakota, northern Minnesota, and the upper peninsula of Michigan. As we get closer to late Wednesday, this storm system will start to break into 2 pieces. A weaker part of this low pressure system will keep bringing snow to the northern plains. But in the northeast, there will be a fresh area of low pressure that will split. And this is where we might get some heavier snow and maybe even freezing rain on Wednesday night. So this will drop at least a few inches of snow. It might also cause some ice to build up. But that's not all. Another wave of energy will hit the Rockies late Wednesday and early Thursday. And this is it right here. This means that the West Coast will get more rain and snow, and this one could affect a lot more people. Around Thursday and Friday, tens of millions of people could witness snow and maybe even some rain and thunderstorms. The European model is showing a wide band of thunderstorms right now that goes from Illinois all the way back to the mid-Atlantic and the Corollas. On the other hand, on the west side of that low-pressure system, areas of Minnesota and the Dakotas are getting more snow. So this could turn out to be a bit of a winter storm. It's clear that it's on a much smaller scale, so it will be a little harder to predict over the following few days. So things will be different, but I wouldn't be surprised if the models moved a little further south to include places like Chicago and maybe even some snow on Thursday and Friday. We might even get more moisture over the Rockies by late Friday and early Saturday. This could set up catastrophic storms in the Tennessee Valley and the southeast. And then by early next weekend, snow should still be falling, at least a little, in some regions of the Central Plains and back into the Great Lakes. I want to make it clear that places like western Nebraska have hardly seen half an inch of snow this winter. There might be some snow in the future, but it doesn't look like it will be too bad right now. And then, by next week, which is effectively the last week of February, things get a lot less clear. It doesn't look like we're going to have anything big right now, but that may always change before then. Now, for the next 7 to 10 days, we predict a lot of snow in the upper Midwest, with most places getting between 3 and 7 inches. These numbers could, however, alter. I mean, places like Chicago are only going to get 1 to 2 inches of snow during the next week. It might be higher or lower, though. It all depends on where the winter storm is going to hit on Friday. We'll talk about all of this in much more detail in the video tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. And then over in the Northeast, I'm more sure that we'll receive at least 4 to 8 inches of snow, especially in Vermont, upstate New York, and back into New Hampshire. But many other places might easily get a few inches of snow, and this is what we should expect to see at least till Sunday night, so for the next 7 days, basically. So once more, a lot of snow is on the way. It will all come down to the small details, and we'll have a lot more information about that in tomorrow's video. And for all you winter fans out there, I don't have wonderful news right now for places like the southern and central United States, as we struggle with a record-breaking heat wave over the next few days. And it all starts tomorrow, when a large area will have temperatures that are 25 to 35 degrees higher than normal. We are going to have multiple regions that are up to 40 degrees over average on Tuesday and Wednesday. These areas will run from Widow Falls, Texas to Minnesota. This won't really go anywhere until Thursday or Friday at the earliest. Temperatures will drop a much when those winter storms pass, and we might even get an Arctic blast around the start of next week. Some models are starting to show it. The GFS model here shows a big area where the temperatures are at least below average, so there could be some kind of chilly Arctic blast. In our upcoming video, we'll talk about all of this in a lot more detail. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching today's forecast. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel below. We probably won't go live later today. So click the bell button to get a message if we do go live, and we'll see you next time.